it's Nicole coming in with a DIY, and this is a quick and easy DIY. It's kind of an update on a video I did years ago when I first started doing YouTube videos. I did a video back then on how to make clutch bags from placemats, and I got a lot of responses, a lot of comments and questions, and I tried to answer those questions in the comments as best as possible. And so over the last few months or so, I've been playing around, trying to come up with other designs using the placemat. So I'm going to show you one today, but I wanted to go over a couple things when it comes to the actual placemat. First, don't go out and spend a whole lot of money on any placemats. You can find them, like I do, all the time on clearance after each season is over. You can find them in thrift stores, places like Ross, and things like that. I would not recommend Dollar Tree unless they have like an absolutely stunning placemat. But the type of placemat does make a difference. And when I say that, you can't use certain placemats to make these bags. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I have here a Dollar Tree placemat. It's a beautiful placemat for what it's for, or you could create it into something else, but I would not use this as a clutch bag or a placemat bag because it's too flimsy. There's no body to it. It's just two pieces of fabric, a liner fabric, and just a regular old polyester on the top. You want something that has some really good body to it, some weight, and a good amount of stiffness. Another one that I would not use, and I hauled this, and it's just a prime example, and this can be found in Walmart because I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it. Again, it's cute designs, but it's just too flimsy. The material is quite thicker than this Dollar Tree material, but again, there is no body unless you put a God, I can't even think of what I want to say. Unless you sewed something that's going to give it a little stability, a stabilizer, I guess you could say, or something with a little body to it, then fine. But that's too much trouble. It defeats the purpose to me. Okay, a good example is this placemat here, and I forget where I got this one. I have no idea. Maybe Big Lots, because it looks like a Big Lots tag. But anyway, it was $2. And it's a good weight. It's stiff, as you can see. It's got something, probably a stabilizer under here from the looks of it, between the two pieces of fabric. So it's a good, strong placemat to create a bag. So when you're looking, don't just run out and get something because it's cute. It has to be something that has a little body to it. Let's see what else I wanted to tell you. I guess that's it, basically. Oh, straw placemats, the ones that are, you know, the bamboo and things like that. Certain ones you can make bags out of those, but I would not recommend using a sewing machine on those because, of course, obviously the needle will break. You can use adhesives or whatever. E6000 is good. The only thing I don't like about E6000 is the smell, but it's a good, strong bond. Glue guns, depending on the type of glue stick you use, they don't hold well because after a while it'll just peel apart. And I mean, that's just from trial and error. I know a lot of people have been doing this craft or making these and doing videos using a glue gun. Unless it's just a temporary thing or something, I would not recommend using just a regular straight all-purpose glue stick in a glue gun. I would use one specifically for fabric or something that's gonna hold and not just over time just start to peel apart, because you're going to be carrying things in there that have some weight to it, cell phones, keys, whatever, and you don't want that putting the stress on that glue because it will come apart. Okay, so the bag that we're going to make today is this one right here. Now this is made from a placemat that I picked up from Pier 1 on clearance for 98 cents. And I'll show you that in the video that's coming up. But yeah, it's a really cute little handbag. Great, I think, for year round because of the color. But I love this bag. I picked up the handles, which are the ones that I recommend over anything, because you don't have to sew anything. You don't have to attach loops in order to sew the, handles on. I just like these because they're lobster claw handles and they just clamp onto the fabric. Also, I'm going to come back in another video to do or show you how to do a closure if you want to do a closure on them. A lot of bags you don't need to have a closure, like this one especially, because once you carry it, I mean, I don't think there's a need. Some people like that, they want the extra security, but I think this is fine. But yeah, we're going to learn how to make this today. So if you want to see how to do it, stay tuned. Okay everyone, let's get started on this handbag made from a placemat. I got this placemat from Pier 1 on clearance for 98 cents, and I don't know if it's gonna focus, but as you can see, it was 98 cents down from $5.95, and it's a pretty little I guess floral motif. It's a leaf pattern. Really pretty. I think you could use this year round. What we're gonna do is fold it inside out, right sides together, and if you want to, you could pin these or pin it in place. I'm gonna use binder clips for this, these little binder clips, because it's kind of bulky and pinning it may be a little difficult, but usually I don't pin, I just hold it together, but just showing you what you can do to pin that. So what we're gonna do is sew up both sides. So we're gonna sew this side and we're gonna sew this side, leaving the top portion open. So let's get started. I've already got my machine set with everything. I have matching thread on top, and then on the or in the bobbin I have like the clear monofilament thread. I don't know, it just seems to work better for me. But anyway, I'm gonna start with the end that I did not pin, and kind of raise my presser foot up a little bit, because it's easier to start for me on this end than it is the other end, because it's bulkier up there. But anyway, I'm gonna give myself, I don't know, probably a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. I'm trying to stay as close to the original stitching from the placemat as possible. So let me zoom in. Oop, wrong way. I want y'all to see me in my little rough looking state. But anyway, and I'm just gonna sew up this one side, and I'm gonna put my needle in the down. Well, I don't necessarily have to do that, so ignore that. But I do have it on a slow speed, so I don't have to rush through this. But if you're a seasoned sewer or whatever, you can leave it at whatever speed you want to. But I'm just doing it for this, doing it on that for this purpose. Okay. Back stitch. Just to secure it, because when you're opening the bag, there's a lot of pressure in the corners and you don't want it to start to come apart right there. So I'm going really slow because it's thick right there. Now I'm gonna back stitch just to give it a little more strength, and then I'm gonna come back. I apologize, my foot keeps sliding off of the pedal because it's on this floor and it's slippery. But anyway, I'm going to take that off, cut the string or cut the thread here. Pull that out. Alright, so we have one side sewn. And I left the tags on. I mean, no big deal. I'll take those off here in a minute, but just to show you, we're using this placemat. I left the tags on. So as you can see, one side is sewn nice and tight. and we'll do the other side. So I'm just going to take these clips off because I really don't use them. But if you're new to this, you have a new machine or whatever, and you're learning how to sew, then by all means pin it or use those clips. Totally on you. Get up to the top. I gotta put something down because my foot is really sliding. Okay. Don't forget to back stitch. And then I'm going to trim off any loose threads or whatever. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove this tag, y'all. This one. And then if you want to, which you probably won't be washing this because it is a handbag, you can just spot clean this, because some placemats you can put in the wash or whatever, but I mean, it's a handbag now, so I don't think you're going to be eating off of it. Alright, so got all my threads trimmed, and that's what it looks like. Now we're going to flip it inside out so you can see the beginning stages of the bag. And I'm going to make sure that I poke those corners out the best as I can. There we go. It's going to be a cute little bag. Okay. And there it is. It's a nice little pouch going already. So, yeah, here, let me zoom out so you can get a better look. But see, that's it. And there's the inside. So, that's the beginning stages. So, what we're going to do next is box out the bottom. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you like it in this state, just like it is, then by all means you can stop here and then attach the handles, which I'll show you in a little while. But I want to box out the bottom. So let's get started unboxing the bottom. Okay guys, now that we have our basic bag shape already completed, you could stop here and just add your straps if you want to, and a closure if you choose to put one on. But I'm going to continue on because I want to have a boxed bottom to make it look more like a little handbag instead of a clutch with handles, if that makes sense. But it really looks cute either way. Okay, so what you're going to do is turn it inside out again, just as it was when you sewed it together. Poke the corners out. Okay, so you're going to end up with it looking like this. Okay, so what you're going to do is put both hands inside and just open them up, and it's naturally going to want to fold in on itself. So let it continue to do that. Just, you know, kind of help it along with your hand, sort of like a little sock puppet. Anyway, so you're going to make sure that this center portion is even and, you know, meeting with itself pretty good. You don't want any wonkiness. You want to make it as even as possible. So mine's a little off, so I'm just going to work with it a little bit. Remembering to pinch these ends together and kind of force it to where it's even. And it just takes a little time. It's really easy. It looks more complicated than what it is, but it's not. Okay, so all you're doing is just basically forming a triangle at the top here where the points meet. Okay, so kind of hand press them together once you think that they're pretty much even. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, let me turn around. You're gonna take your pins or your clips, whatever you decide to use, and where it folds in on itself up here at the point, you're gonna put a clip right there. So right here where my finger is where that clip's gonna go, or a pin, either one, whichever is easier for you. So I think what I'll do, because most people use pins, I'll take a pin. So you're gonna pin right here, so be careful because it is thick material. So you're gonna have to kind of work that pin in there. So there we go. So it's pinned, and it's gonna form like a natural line for you to sew across. So as you can see, I've pinned it right there, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite end. Grab another pin, and I'm gonna pin it right where both ends meet on these points. So kind of hard to do this on camera, especially when I'm doing all this by myself. Okay, so you can slide that pin in, and it just forms a natural little line. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna straighten that pin up a little bit because it didn't go all the way through. Okay, so that just creates your line to sew across. So what you're gonna do is sew straight across here on that side, and straight across here where that other pin is, and that's gonna create your box pleat. So let's do that. So I'm just gonna again put it under the machine. I got some on this side. There. So what you want to do now, let me zoom back out, is just turn it right side out again. And poke the corners out. Straighten up everything. And you have created your box pleat. Hopefully you can see that. So that means that your bag will sit like a little bag. Has a flat bottom. Oops, sorry y'all. You can see it has a flat bottom. So now all that's left to do, and see, as you can see that it looks like a little handbag now. So what you want to do is go ahead and add your handles, which I will show you how to do in the next step. Stay tuned. Okay, everybody, we're going to apply the handles. We're going to be using these lobster claw handles, and they have little teeth, as you can see, right here at the end. And then it has a little decorative end, which will be on the outside of your bag, on this side. So basically all you're doing is just sliding your material between these two sides and closing this up, and it will automatically grip onto your bag. Or you could use any type of handle that you want to. We have these little bamboo handles, but you will definitely have to sew these on by hand. There are all kinds of choices and handles and stuff out there, but I find these are so easy and simple, and you don't have to do anything but just use a pair of jewelry pliers and just close them up. So all you're gonna do is just, again, slide your handle onto your bag. Make sure you have it even. I'm eyeballing this. Really, this is no rocket science or whatever. It's a nice handmade item, so it's not gonna be perfect, and that gives it character. So all I'm gonna do is kind of press that down with my finger, because it's really super easy to do. So I'm pressing it down, and then I'm kind of gonna give it a good little squeeze, and I'm hoping that this lighting is so okay for you guys. But yeah, so now that it's secured with my hands, I'm just gonna go in with a pair of pliers and just kind of make sure that everything's down. Just a couple squeezes, okay? And then flip it over. And there we go. So, oops, make sure that's good. Okay, and you're done. that's your handbag. Isn't that cute? All made from a placemat, and voila. So yeah, really cute, y'all. And I'm hoping that the lighting, I really apologize about this, I'm hoping that the lighting is okay and you could see this. I'll come back in with more tutorials, but I really wanted to show this to you because I was really excited about this. Love this project. But yeah, here's your little handbag. And I'll also come in later on, if you want me to, and show you how to add a pocket, if you want a little pocket in here, and the closure. With this bag, I don't think you need a closure, but if you want a little more security, I'll show you how to do that as well. But yeah, try this little project out. Look for the little clearance placemats, or if you want to pay full price, knock yourself out. But yeah, really cute bag. So, see you next video. Bye.